Welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
Gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Well, hey there, my fabulous listener. Welcome to episode 171 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears today. I know you have lots of choices out there, and I really do appreciate you making me one of them. If you're enjoying this podcast, then I would really love you to take a screenshot and share it on your socials and tag me, because that would be so cool. Not to mention that I could then become one of your best cheerer honourers and cheer you on inside your business as well. Just before I forget, you can find the show notes for this podcast at all the W's, socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/171. But this is my last podcast for 2021. And this time last year, I did a podcast which, looking back, was probably a little bit preemptive. It was titled Storm the Island and Burn the Boats. The premise was basically, let's take 2021 by storm and burn 2020 behind us. Let's just leave it behind us. Let's burn that COVID boat of 2020. But as you know now, being the last podcast of 2021 was, for some of us, worse than 2020. That's why I think I was probably a little bit preemptive, and that's why this episode is called Now Let's Burn the Boat. I hope that I am right. I'm putting myself out on a bit of a limb here and saying now is the right time to storm the island and burn the boat. Now is the time to find all your positive energy and bring in truckloads of joy and hope for 2022. This is, as I mentioned just before, my last podcast for 2021, and I, for one, am so freaking darn excited. This is the absolute best. I am looking forward to 2022 like no other year previous to it. Don't worry, I understand it's going to bring its challenges, especially in my personal life with my baby girl going off to uni. You will hear more about that, I'm sure, as the year rolls on. But in business life, I could not be more excited, if I'm honest with you. I have big goals and I'm going to hit the ground running. Although I won't hit the ground until mid-January, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to hit the ground running in the first week of January, but I will hit it and I will be running. On episode 169, so just a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about reflecting on what worked, what didn't, and what's next. Rest now. Now is the time for rest. But if you haven't thought about planning for 2022, as you sit by the pool or sit under your air conditioner or under your beautiful shady tree somewhere, let your lofty dreams flow and see what comes. Give yourself that downtime to dream big and just take a mental note or even write it in your phone as you think of something that comes to mind. Of course, if you need help planning your goals and your content, don't forget about my workshops in mid-January. You can find the links to them at on my Instagram in my bio at @JenDonovan_. But basically, I have a planning day on Monday, the 17th of January. The links are in the show notes, and a content planning session, so a 90-day content planning session on Thursday, the 20th of January. And it's kind of like my way of helping you hit the ground running with me. Let's run together. I don't run anywhere, mind you. What's that saying? If you see me running, there's something really dramatically wrong with me, but I am going to hit the ground virtually running in 2022. And don't forget, the first 5 to sign up to those will get a free 30-minute session with me to go through your plan, your goals, and your content, and that's valued at over $210. I don't swear on my podcast. That's been something that I have had as a value. And, no offense to anyone who does. I love the fact that some of my best podcast friends do, but I don't. So in place of what I really want to say is 2021 can go and eat a rotten apple and just go away. That's it. I've had enough. the time of recording this or the time of this releasing, there is probably 3 days left or 2 days left, and it can just go and eat a rotten apple and just go and hide in the corner and just be gone, 2021. Because 2022 is going to be so magical and so full of success, no matter what success looks like for you. I feel it in my bones. I really hope that this time next year I'm not recording another podcast that goes, oh, I was a little bit preemptive with my one at the last year. But anyway, it's not going to be like that. I'm here for you and I have an island. So join me, won't you? And let's burn the freaking 2021 COVID-19 boat. Let's just do it. Let's storm that 2022 island together. So I'll see you on the flip side in 2022. I can barely contain my excitement. Oh, I'm just so excited about next year. But as always, my small business peeps, remember, as my opening song says, there is no point in dreaming small, and what a great way to finish off 2021. God bless. Have an amazing time as you see out 2021. Please be extremely safe, and I would love to be in your ears next year. See ya.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.